Yo.
Bonjour. I learned that from my son in French school. How's everybody freaking doing?
Peace, everybody. Hey, man. What's going on, folks? You know what I mean? Happy Sunday, all that good stuff.
Indeed.
Hey, man, welcome to Substantial Sundays. I'm Substantial. This is my brother right here.
Shiggity Sherm.
Sherm The Barber. All right? Yeah, man. How y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this music up a little bit. Everybody good, man? Oh, man, so many folks up in here already. I love it.
Hey, first things first, though.
Yes.
Maeva, I need you to turn to either ESPN or TNT, whichever channel the game is on. I'm counting on you because I might miss like a couple minutes while we on here, and you better not turn it off before we go off to try to watch the game. I need you to report for me.
You got your marching orders. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, first things first. Well, second things second now. You know what I'm saying? Yo, make sure that you say peace. Let us know where you tuning in from. Make sure that you share the link. That's always one of the most important things. Sure, making sure some air circulating in this joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm already feeling it too.
I forgot to do. You want to switch? Or you good?
Nah, I should be good.
Okay, all right. So yeah, man. So definitely make sure you do all of that.
That's crazy.
Be sure to share the link, and so we can get some more folks to join us up in here. Peace, everybody. Peace, Maeva. What's going on? I see we got somebody new up in here. All right, Perosis.
How you doing, man?
Nice
Spain up
to
in
have
here.
you in the building. We got Romania up in this joint. Okay, all right.
International.
That's what's up. You know what I mean?
I mean, we had Johnny, but Johnny's so regular now. Right. He don't even really count no more.
Johnny like the next door neighbor.
You know what I'm saying? All the way in Argentina.
Right. You know, Joshua, what's going on? He said he got you on the game.
Oh yeah. Well. Okay. Appreciate that, Josh.
All right, Wendy, what's going on? Peace. All right. Let's see what else. Laughing Man up in this joint.
Hey, so
what's up, Stan and a jerk?
Oh man!
Wow, already. That's how you feel. Okay,
that's what we're doing.
Laughing Man.
That's what we're doing, Laughing Man.
I'm ready with my swear jar. I'm getting myself a new cup. What up, John? All right, who else we got up in here? Bam, peace. What's up? Miles B's up in this joint. Okay. Yeah, I think that's everybody who's participating in the chat.
Whoever we didn't mention is because we don't like you.
Shout out to the folks who just spectate, you know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, man, but dude, how you doing, man? It's been like
autocorrect. Damn, that's the autocorrect for Sherm, and it's Sherm with an S, but that's cool.
Right.
That's autocorrect for Sherm is jerk. Damn.
Oh my God, yo, what's going on? Hey, that kind of neighbor. Oh man, so hey man, it's been what, 2 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah, it feels like damn near a month, man.
Yeah, man. No, it does feel like a lifetime when we take a week off.
Oh, Lady Eli, no, we love you. We love you.
Oh, okay, Ellie, my bad. Peace, Lady Ellie.
Anybody that we didn't mention is because you're so dope.
Right.
That
you're cleaning that up now.
We just something.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
But it's no love lost, though.
TWATL up in this joint. James Mason. Peace, what's going on?
What up?
Steph. Okay. Peace from the B26, okay? Hey, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That mobile Brooklyn love. We appreciate it. It says, Josh says, want to take the time sub and Sherm. I know y'all were talking about reducing subs. Sub Sundays. Glad y'all kept it running for us. Man, yeah. So I mentioned it one time, one of the days that you couldn't make it. I was considering kind of rolling it back a little bit because it's difficult sometimes. I know you got stuff going on, and then sometimes with the setup, and you see how much technical stuff I go through. And so man, it's a good chunk. So for those who don't kind of realize what's happening, usually from about, I want to say I start prepping the studio maybe around 4 or 5. And then, we finish at 8, but for real, behind the scenes stuff don't really stop until almost 9. So, yeah, it's a good 3 to 4 hours out of my Sunday, you know what I mean? And Sundays in the past have been some of my busiest, recording and studio days and stuff. So, but, You know what I mean? So, man, it's all love. And we here for y'all. You know what I mean?
Hey, Johnny, good save, brother.
What
good
Johnny
save.
say? What Johnny say?
Right there.
Anybody not mentioned is because they need no introduction.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I feel like we need to put like Johnny on payroll. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you know,
isn't my brother older than her?
I think he's younger. I think.
How much younger is your brother, Maeva? Because I'm my Rob. I'm gonna try, but I'm my Rob.
Yeah, I think he's younger than her. Yeah, I think he's like, cause he ain't at the middle school, so that means.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna really try.
IQ, wow, hey, everybody clapping up for IQ. I'm gonna tell you in a second.
What up, IQ?
What's going on? So that I might as well just go right into Momocon because IQ is in here, so he can co-sign everything.
Okay.
So IQ, shout out to that brother, the brother Chris Allen. He is a super dope MC, show promoter. Man, he does a lot of things, man. Like he is the brother who is behind the whole Bites and Beats or Beats and Bites. I'm not sure if I said it right. Yeah. So what you saw at Momocon last week, if you were there, is largely because of the brother IQ. You know what I mean? So he put that show together. The show I did in Orlando, both shows I did in Orlando, one with Shingo and one without. He was responsible for putting together. So shout out to that brother, man, because he puts in a lot of good work to help a lot of brothers who are maneuvering through the whole anime and just the con circuit in general. You know what I mean? So, you know, because it's Bites and Beats. Thank you, sir. So yeah, man, like, you know, because if you've gone to a con, especially the really big ones, you see us there, but it's not a lot of us. And you rarely see us, and when I say us, I'm talking about black folk, you rarely see us on stage doing like the main performances or, because obviously it's like Japanese anime themed, right? But, that, you know, that doesn't stop us from participating in other ways, and a lot of times we kind of get overlooked when it comes to certain opportunities, regardless of how involved we are behind the camera, or front of the camera, like the music, all of that. We sometimes get overlooked. And so brothers like him is putting in that work to make sure a lot of us get the opportunity to be a part of these events, not just as consumers, but as businessmen and women too. So shout out to IQ, man.
Indeed.
Super good dude. And yo, he makes dope music too, man. He has a really dope IQ. Drop a link to your music for everybody to check out. He does so he's also the organizer of this collective called the NPC Collective, which is Nerdy People of Color. Right? So Mega Ran, Samus, IQ, Kadesh Flow, Creative Mind Frame, oh my God, I always forget my man name, the one from Brooklyn, but lives in Seattle. Drop the name for me, IQ. But anyway, man, oh wow, okay, just some more homies. I saw the name and I thought it was somebody else at first. Shout out to Uncrowned Otaku up in here. Shout out to Jazz. I see you. My name is my name.
Might even mind your business.
Nobody sure casually opens me. TW. Hey man, it was an honor meeting you as
what
well.
Up, Jazz?
Thank you for coming out. Soon to be you as well, bro. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
Calvin popped in for a second too. If he's still in here, peace, Calvin. He said he was just popping in to say what's up.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Calvin. Really good dude.
Yeah.
Hey, so lots of What happened? So what's the Momocon?
One of your favorite questions. Look.
Right.
Get into it. I'll be quiet for about 15 minutes now.
Okay. So Momocon. So Momo is Japanese for peach, right? And Momocon is it's a convention that celebrates nerd culture around Japanese anime, some comic book related stuff, obviously gaming. And so Momocon this year had about 39,000 people there. We had a concert at Momocon. The homie Shingo 2 was there. The homie Asheru, who did the opening song from the Boondocks, was there, who was a special guest about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, man, it was just an amazing night. It was a really great performance, man. We got to hang out with some great folks and just had a great time, man. So shout out to anybody who's watching, who came through. I see folks. Yo, hey, Jazz, did you make it? My name is my name. Did you make it out? Because I know you were saying you were coming through, and I know that was your, I think it was your birthday weekend. So happy belated birthday as well.
See, Lady Ellie was out there.
Lady Ellie, that's what's up.
You signed her CD.
That's right. Yeah, we met. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We met. Yeah, man. Super cool folks, man. Like, just everybody was so awesome, so supportive, man. Had a lot of great things to say. And yeah, man. Your shirt's getting love.
Yeah, appreciate you,
Sherm,
Wendy.
stay with the fresh shirts.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna make better shirts so that Sherm can wear them, and then I ain't gotta like shamelessly plug my own shirts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna work on it. Yes.
This is actually an artist shirt. I got it from Art Wino when it was open.
Yeah. They closed that location. Blind Wino's still open though, right?
Yeah, but now I don't have anywhere to just go see cool shit and buy cool shirts anymore, man. Like, I mean, cool stuff. Caught myself.
Yeah, we were a little PG-13-ish. You know what I'm saying? Be all right. Here you go. Tell Trey, you're very welcome. All right? Larry B, what's going on? I wish I could have gone. Sounds dope. Yeah, it was super dope. But look, there's a lot more. Oh, shout out to all 29 of you watching right now.
Right.
That's what's up. We're popping tonight, I see. Yeah, so look, real quick, let me give you these events and then let's get into some music, Sherm. You know what I mean? So look, first things first. What was it? Next show is Blerdcon, blerdcon.com. That will be me with DJ A-Rock. Unfortunately, Asheru was supposed to be coming through. He can no longer make it due to some family stuff he got to take care of. But shout out to him. Samus from the NPC will be there as well. It's gonna be super dope. Wreck the System. Was Senator's Tempo is gonna be playing beats live there. So is J Soul.
That's your man, right?
Yeah. J Soul's gonna be there playing beats live as well. This is Blerdcon. This is gonna be in Arlington in Crystal City. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? No pressure.
And when is it?
That's July 12th through 14th.
And that is
That's what?
what days?
That's Friday through Sunday. The shows are Friday and Saturday night, but the cons are all day.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure y'all check those out, those dates out, and then also Otakon's coming up. Otakon is July 26th through the 28th. That's where we're doing our next Bites and Beats show with the homie Shingo, and Minnie will be there. So will Fat John. That's July 26th through the 28th. IQ will be there. So many folks will be there. All right, so let's back up. We got a lot of activity. Hold on.
My name says something. I guess
right, hold
in response to you asking if she made the show.
What about the hologram? Y'all look like animations right now. Sorry.
You do?
Right. Sorry if it's having issues. Did y'all watch When They See Us on Netflix? Yes, indeed. I did. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Let's see. My Name Is My Name. After hearing what it was about, I don't even want to see it. Oh yeah. It's definitely a hard watch. And check out the documentary as well. The documentary is powerful. Blerdcon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maeva is gonna be performing at Blerdcon. Because, so I'm happy to announce that Oxon Hill Middle School's orchestral band will be there performing. They're doing music from Avengers, Star Wars, different things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's super dope. The middle school I work with, I hollered at the main teacher there who oversees the orchestra, and they're actually coming out to perform. So that's exciting, man. Master Builder Cons. Yo, Sherm, gotta tell you, watched Us. It was good, but I didn't like it as much as Get Out. It was more freaky than fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely
a freaky movie.
Yeah, it's a freaky movie for sure. Just gotta point that out. No worries.
Freddie.
Yo, Mimi will be there.
I did hear Freddie Gibbs. I heard one of Freddie Gibbs and Madlib's joints. Saw a video.
He rock.
Pretty dope. I forgot what song it was for, but yeah, it's a dope video. He's in the mountains. It's a funny video.
Dope. Steph, don't be asking me crazy questions like that. Of course you can join me. You know what I mean? If you available for Blerdcon, come on down. Cause it's always a good time when you're present. So you know what I mean? Let's see. It's so hard to watch, but at least people are aware of what's consistently happening to people of color. Ethan, absolutely. People excited about Mimi being there. So Mimi is the woman who does the closing song, the song at the end of Samurai Champloo. Every episode when it would go off, her songs at the end. So she's gonna be at Otakon. No spoilers. I'm not ready to. I got to prepare for like 4 weeks. Yeah, I mean, if you know the story of what happens to the dudes, I mean, you kind of already know what happens in the series. However, there are some things they touch on that I did not realize happened to these dudes, and it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, I hope I can make it. The Blerd / Otakon got fired from my job for being sick, so I missed that. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, Wendy. Well, I hope you can make it. If not, I completely understand. No pressure. You know what I mean? You just come through to support. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, IQ. I got you. But, Wendy, thanks for just, supporting every Sunday. You know what I mean? That's love as well. So, IQ also pointed out that the homie Marcus D is going to be at Otakon too. So my man Twinkle Fingers, a.k.a. White Chocolate, he coming through. You know what I mean? A.k.a. Chef Boy MD. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the homie. So he going to be there, man. Steph going to be there with us too at Otakon. It's going to be crazy. But yeah. Yep. So I think we're good on events for now. Oh, West Coast tour coming soon. August 1st is in the books. We will be in LA on August 1st. Bop Alloy, Apollo Bebop, and I got IQ is going to be with us, and hopefully someone else who I will announce a little bit later. And I'm gonna shut up because Sherm, what you been listening to?
Well, first let me do something that I normally don't do. I just bought these.
Sneaker review.
I just bought these body bags. And I just wanted to show everybody.
Heard 'em.
I don't usually do shoe of the day, but this is my shoe of the day today.
They're sexy.
This is the Puma RSX 4th Dimension.
Oh, they're sexy.
If you like comfort and sauce, this is the shoe for you. This is the most comfortable
and
shoe
sauce.
I've ever put on my foot. This is my 3rd pair. Don't judge me. You probably do something crazy too. It's, of course, not the same colorway, but yeah, this is my 3rd pair. And yeah, these jokers are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them. All suede, super, super buoyant sole. Like, really, like, a lot of give to the sole. Like, yeah. So, that's my shoe of the day today.
Have you worn those before?
I just got them.
Okay, I was because I'm looking at the bottom like,
oh no,
not wearing them coming in the building.
I've worn them the last couple of days. It's crazy that that's all it's
Hold on,
done.
let me see this nigga. I need you. So, how many days have you had these?
2 days.
Okay, so he's worn them 2 days straight.
The past 2 days.
And it's like rain, mud, and all types of things happening outside.
I don't understand how
Yet
those
still,
ended up
the
like
bottom of his sneaker is flawless. Sherm is a different type of human being.
I slide, I glide, I don't walk.
He just levitated into the crib, you know what I'm saying? Off his David Blaine, you know?
So
crazy. But yeah, those are dope.
Yeah.
But what you been listening to,
So
man?
to the music. So first off, I am a member of Beast Coast. I am definitely a member of Beast Coast at this point. I love the Pivot Gang compilation, but
Peace,
yeah, man. Huh?
No, I was just saying peace. Yeah, go.
But yeah, Beast Coast though, other than the love song, this is a sick compilation. I love it. I forgot what the name of it is. Oh, Escape from New York. And it is absolute fire. I've been listening to a lot of Crash Talk. I'm also a gangster. Not in real life though, but whenever I listen to Schoolboy Q, I am definitely a gangster. Floating in water are my guilty pleasures. I make the ugliest faces. I throw pseudo gang signs. It is pitiful. It is pitiful. You do not want to see me listening to this Crash Talk.
Someone wants to know how much were their shoes.
Oh man, great price point. They're only $110. But like, I don't buy super expensive shit, so that was the dopest part about it. They like the most expensive pair I've probably seen is like $120 or $150. So yeah, it's a really affordable pair of shoes.
Yeah, and that shoe got some weight to it too.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a sturdy shoe. Yeah, I wouldn't run in it either. Yeah, you might throw your ankle out.
Right.
Let me see, what else have I been listening to? So there is definitely Anderson .Paak has already given birth to artists. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way at all. It's a dude called Toby. And he is definitely an Anderson .Paak clone. Okay. Sings and raps.
Okay.
He's got some polishing to do, but I definitely say check his project out. It's called Still, Still, but it's by Toby, Tobi. Who else? A lot of Ari Lennox.
Yeah. Still right. Yo, fun fact for y'all watching who are fans of the Ari Lennox project. So, do you know who did a lot of production on that project?
I do not.
And who's down with Dreamville?
No.
Elite. You remember that name? So, for those who don't know who Elite is the producer of the Y joint, the remix joint with Jada Kiss and Common from back in the day. But also, who he is a former Q&5 member. Who my song Velocity, the EFAM song Velocity with Tone Deaf and me going back and forth over that drum and bass style beat. He's the same dude who produced that. And a large amount of Q&5 stuff was produced by Elite, who's one of the main Dreamville producers. I didn't even realize this until I saw him in Rolling Stone and was like, oh, that's dope. That's hot. Whoa. I've been listening to you this whole time and didn't even realize it. So, yo, shout out to Elite for doing just elite shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Elite's killing it right now, man. So shout out to him. But go ahead, my bad.
Who else? I think that might be. I think that's it. Other than going back listening to some old stuff. I've been checking out some videos. I can't really recall what they were because I be flying through videos. But that's about it for music for me. Anybody else?
Clary B asks if you ever listen to Huss.
Man, that name is really familiar. I'm pretty sure I have. I don't think I've listened to him or them a whole lot, but I've definitely heard that name before. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check him out this evening. Whole show.
Oh wow! You went to the Roots picnic? That's what's up.
Oh,
that's
that
dope.
Sucks.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Right. Yeah, man. I saw Moo Fresh was rocking up that joint too. Shout out to her. What was I gonna tell you? What'd you think of Flying Lotus?
I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Okay.
It's good.
Right.
I guess it just wasn't the tracks that I heard. Like I listened to the first few, and then I skipped to the of course I heard the Anderson .Paak joint, and then I skipped down to the joint with
Tierra White.
No, I heard that one. That's she can't do anything wrong right now. Old boy from Digable Planets. I can't think of his name right now.
The nice one.
Yeah.
Right, because
the song is.
It's awkward.
It's weird. I gotta listen to it a couple more times because his cadence is a little different. And it's you know how he does. Yeah, Shabazz Palaces. You know how he does. He's a different type of dude. So, but it's not a bad project. It's a good project. Flying Lotus is a weirdo. So it is. Yes. It is Flying Lotus.
Yes,
it is definitely Flying Lotus. Yeah, it's a good project. You know what? You asked me about it, and when I was listening to it, I wanted something different because of the Anderson .Paak.
Right, and that's the tricky thing about artists who drop instrumental projects, because a lot of times they drop songs from the project that have vocalists on it, and so in your mind, even when because I know Flying Lotus stuff, and I know his stuff can be out there, and I'm there for it. You know what I mean? I dig it, but I gotta be in the right mind frame.
Yes,
that's one. Not that. And I was driving, right, and I was just like,
you're not driving.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, shout out to Flying Lotus for just making amazing shit, and it's a pop-up album. Like it's a pop-up book. When you get the actual album, it's a pop-up book.
That's about to make me order the damn album just for that. I know that's dope. Yeah, that's.
Sorry, had a moment there.
That's. If you're going to check me for my cursing, you need to check him for his pornographic. That was definitely pornographic.
I forgot they were watching. I'm sorry for that. That was inappropriate.
And you're going to see him tomorrow in school teaching kids.
I probably won't
what kind of example is this?
I probably won't make eye contact with nobody.
Be like
the first
hour. Hey,
right. About yesterday. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. It said, play my daughter party with purpose. Her 4-year-old self was jumping up and down the whole track. That's dope, man. Thank you. All right, that video directed by Shinichiro. Yeah, we were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, man. It's super sick.
That's a 50 spot in the jar just cuz. Right.
Our nigga. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Shame.
Here I was trying not to curse.
Right.
And I managed to do something far worse.
I think you do something that is definitely comparable to my cursing.
Right. Dirtbag, I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Dirt McGirt.
Dirt McGirt. going back to the Wu-Tang.
So whenever do it. Was that a segue?
That segue.
Segue in the show. So if you're watching anything, congratulations. But one of those things needs to be the Wu-Tang of Mics and Men docuseries.
Yeah.
It is by far one of the one of the best docuseries / documentaries that I have seen. And I've been following the Wu-Tang since the beginning, since the foundation, and I was still learning stuff. It is such a dope docuseries. If I would not watch anything tonight before, if you had something queued up, F it. Watch the docuseries. It's amazing. The pieces on Old Dirty, things that you just don't understand, like the part when the dude, what's the white dude that they were talking to with the bald head?
Oh, you talking about the dude who owned
the record exec?
Oh my God, I know his name. Some Rifkin.
Some Rifkin.
Steve Rifkin. Yeah.
So when he was talking about how the reason why white folks love Old Dirty, and he's like, because he's a clown. But then he flipped it. He's like I'm like, oh damn, that's fucked up. But he flipped it like this, like he's one of those allies. He was like, which is like he used a certain term, but he's like showing how racist. He was speaking on how racist it was that Old Dirty was so popular for the reason that he was, but behind all of that was a really thought-provoking and really calculated dude. Yeah. Like, you thought he was a clown, but it was all like he was entertaining. He was being Old Dirty Bastard. And the dude was just like you just gotta watch it, man. It is, oh my God. It'll damn near make you cry. It'll make you laugh.
Oh no, I shed tears.
Them dudes are superheroes.
The joint where when ODB mom talked about why she didn't cry when he died. That part,
I don't recall that part.
So what she says, spoiler. You've had time.
Yeah. Even this, it's a documentary, so you can't really spoil a documentary.
Right. I mean, but what she said was because a lot of people, even members of the Klan, were criticizing the fact that she didn't even cry at the funeral. And what she said was, I cried so much while he was alive. That when he died, I didn't have to, right? Because I didn't have to worry.
The pain was gone. Yeah.
She's like, I didn't have to worry about him no more. And that right there, young, that was, man, I definitely, when I watched it first, I'm fighting it right now, bro. I got goosebumps.
It's a really powerful series. You learn
really
so
good,
much about it, especially about Master Killer.
Yeah, Master
Killer has one of the most interesting segments in this documentary.
Master Killer might be probably one of the most interesting people in the Klan without all the celebrities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the dude is a descendant of Nat Turner. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's been out for a month plus.
Yeah, true.
Come on, man. Master Killer is a descendant of Nat Turner, right? And this dude's related to Marvin Gaye.
Directly. If you go back, directly related to these two people.
Dude, so I had the pleasure of performing with him and one of the members, Year the Ox, the homie Lyrics.
Hey man, if you've never heard of Year the Ox, check them out.
Yeah, they're super dope. And they from the they Northern Virginia.
Dumbfounded this one?
No, I ain't talking about Dumbfounded, but I'm talking about Lyrics or whatever.
Yeah, Lyrics is from VA.
Yeah. So and then I forget what the other dude I've seen him in VA, so I don't know.
How many dudes is in Year the Ox?
I thought it was 2, but I might be.
I know Dumbfounded was a part of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, but shout out to them. They're dope. But yeah, I did a show with them some years ago, and that was when I first got the chance to meet Master Killer.
Oh, you talking about when you?
The Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah, and then you did another joint where he was where Lyrics was there, but Yachts wasn't there.
Yeah.
That the VA's that pool hall. Pool hall.
Yeah, man. But shout out to them, man. Super dope artists. But yeah, Master Killer. His style, right? I feel like if he got with the right producer, right, and they really just not a bunch of folks. Just one producer top to bottom. I feel like he'd be dope over some lo-fi stuff for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
With that
almost how
real
Ka does, right? Like when you listen to Ka.
Yep, he's
like
definitely
it's the same.
like that.
It's the same joint, but give him like some lo-fi joints top to bottom. Maybe bring in some folks or whatever for like some hooks here and there. And yo, because we've never gotten like the perfect quintessential Master Killer album, and it's sad.
The one Master Killer album, he only dropped that one project.
Right.
It was decent. It was decent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's such an understated lyricist, right? Like he's not flashy with his lyrics, but and his flow isn't necessarily like the illest ever. But the dude, man, like he says some of the best shit though.
Stuff. Yeah,
he's not the best at saying it, but he says some of the best.
Yeah, you gotta sit with his lyrics.
Mysterious swiftness, moving motionless, dog. Like that's a half a bar, B, and it's just like it's so. Yo, he's so
and he drops those lines that don't sound like nothing until you say them back to yourself like, wait,
his verse
serious swiftness.
This moving motion.
That's like my man from Mr. Deeds. I am very, very sneaky.
Yeah.
I feel you are underestimating my sneakiness.
Yo, Master Killer, what's the joint? Giving sight to the blind, the dumb are mostly intrigued by the drums. Yo, some of the hardest lines on track.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like my favorite all-time Master Killer verse was from Snakes. Do the knowledge to a nigga named Trigger. Hold up. Do the knowledge to a nigga named Trigger. Bad rude boy from the lands of Jamaica with visions to venture to the U.S. to achieve the goals that he couldn't receive in his country. Even though we sold mad weed to the next man who was the don of the clan. Niggas acting like they got the block locked, like I can't eat. Slang right, eat food, but I be the rudest. Bad boy stepping, gun toting. Shots lick off like a violent explosion at the nigga who tried to stop my production. Intervene the scene and slow up the cream. None of that. Black East New York gun talk. Yo, hey, young, you gotta hear it because that beat is so dry. Like RZA kills that beat. But this dude,
he just like talks to you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's the first time I hadn't heard him just talk a verse.
Oh, he's
live on that joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely not.
Man. Master Killer, yo, like definitely one of the more understated members of Wu. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Wu-Tang. We missed the whole live show.
I'm gonna answer Wendy's joint. So I have seen See You Yesterday. Have you seen that joint yet?
I haven't seen it yet. It's on my queue.
I told you it's a Spike Lee joint, right?
Yeah. He produced it or directed it. He directed
one of the two.
Okay.
One of the two.
I've been watching his other joint. I've been watching season 2 of She Gotta Have It.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta peep that joint.
Yeah, it's a couple episodes that are really, really dope in the joint.
So I'm interested to know what you think of See You Yesterday, Wendy, because
Sherm didn't like it.
No, I liked it.
He didn't like the ending.
Man.
We ain't gonna say what the ending was.
Man. You gonna throw something at your TV when the movie ends.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it yet, you gonna throw something at your TV.
I've been looking at people's commentary about it online. A lot of people were mad at the ending.
It's like they lost budget or something, man. Like, oh man, I'm getting mad right now. Like I'm getting mad just thinking about the ending of that movie. But it's a really cool movie though. Like it's really cool, and it's definitely a direct rip of it's definitely the black Back to the Future.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's Black. No, I'm not going to spoil it. Okay.
Black to the Future.
Yeah. It's that one. And when you see the cameo, yeah, you'll understand.
Yo, so when they see us, if you have not seen that yet, please watch it. Shout out to Ava DuVernay for doing an amazing job directing it. Like it's beautifully shot. Like shout out to the music director for the joint. Because the music helps move the story perfectly, like just to help you understand how much time has gone by, right? Like that's such a strategic way to use music, right? Like because it's tough because you gotta have the right budget for it, right? In order to make sure you get access to certain classics to play. But like the easiest way to kind of know what year you're in sometimes is what's on the radio at the time, right? And so them showing like how much time had passed in their lives or whatever. From the time it happened to the time they got out, using music to do that, crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Going from like hearing Rakim on the radio to hearing DMX on the radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
still there.
Dog, like crazy. You know what I mean? Like really, really crazy. So, but yeah, man, it's just really well done. The actors do such. Oh my God, the woman who played the mothers, the boys, man, the young actors, like, oh my God, yo, like, put it this way, it's so good. I started watching it at midnight last night, right? Because I was working. It's over 4 hours total. Yeah, I ain't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I actually started right before 11. And I mean, I literally didn't even have it up on the screen because I was like, I'm gonna watch it a little and get some work done. And so I had my little phone right there with it on it because I ain't even watching on the screen because I'm working, doing some designs. And yo, like, I look up, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I done went through the whole thing. That's how good it is, yo. Like, I couldn't turn it off.
I didn't know it was gonna be a show. I thought it was another docuseries.
But I'm glad they did because you don't want to rush that story. Right? Like, you gotta give that, I mean, the time that these brothers lost, like, you gotta give them as much time as possible. Because it's
the way we've been treated in this country, man.
Yeah, man.
I just gotta laugh, man, because, yeah, man, this.
Yeah, man. Nah, this may be a stretch, but almost like the time lapse in the movie Life with Wyclef Jean. Most folk think it's a comedy, but it's real deep. It's a time lapse in the movie Life with Wyclef. Oh, okay. I think, Josh, are you referring to what I was talking about with the music and When They See Us, or are you talking about the other movie that Sherm was talking about?
Like,
I think he is. Oh yeah, yes, Joshua. You're talking about the joint with Eddie Murphy and
and Wyclef has a song, but
yeah,
I don't understand the correlation, but I know what you're talking about. Like, Wyclef definitely has a song in the movie.
Yeah, but no, I'm thinking he's saying that the music or whatever kind of helped tell that, like, these dudes were in for life, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like how like from the time,
and then it ends with the Wyclef song.
Yeah, man.
It is a real, it is a comedy.
Yeah,
it's definitely a comedy.
Yeah, it's a comedy, but it definitely touches on some deep.
And the thing about comedy is just comedy is just real. It's just a different view of a fucked up situation. Really. Yeah. Most of the time,
finding the humor and stuff. Isn't really funny.
It's not really funny.
Yeah, you know. That's why when I'm finished working in the school full time, you know, like if the music slow up and you see me doing stand up. No. I'm telling you, yo, if I just literally just told stories about what I witnessed at school. Bro, the comedy. Oh my God, the comedy, yo. It's so much. I got a story I want to tell right now, but because I still work there for at least another month, I'm a hold it.
Y'all got me. It took y'all a minute too, right? Man. We old, but our brains still work a little bit,
right? Yeah, hey, hope you feel better,
Griselda. Yeah, get well. Get you some good ginger tea.
Get you
some good ginger tea.
Yes, indeed. What else? I think did we cover everything?
We didn't really talk a whole bunch about shows.
Well, yeah, just the one we talked Wu-Tang, and then we talked about the When They See Us joint.
We didn't talk about stupid man. So I'm hoping the Shy is okay.
Oh my God, man!
I don't know. So we got another Columbus Shorter out here, man. I don't know what my man is on. He already had an issue early on.
Yeah,
but you can kind of tell
a reputation for harassing women, like for almost every show or movie.
It's definitely some female stuff, man.
Yeah, like they said that the woman who plays his girlfriend on the show, literally, whenever she has to film like scenes where they get like romantic or whatever and all of that, like her man literally comes on the set to be present just to keep the dude in check. Yeah. It's crazy. So for those who don't know what we're talking about,
has a problem.
Yeah,
he needs to get some help.
Like he was filming something for Netflix or whatever, and they scrapped his part on that joint. You know what I mean? Because of the same issue. And then
he needs to get some help, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So for those, what's the name of the character he plays on the show? I forget his real name.
I can't remember.
For those who don't know, if you watch The Chi, the brother who's on there, who's the up-and-coming chef who played Eazy-E and Straight Outta Compton, apparently he's been pulled off of the show. The Chi, and it's sad because he's one of my favorite characters on the show. He's a really good actor, but he's apparently a real asshole. And this dude is sexually harassing, has apparently sexually harassed multiple people across like several projects he's done, to the point that his agency dropped him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, his actual agency
nobody's
dropped
fooling with him right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of. He didn't learn from R. Kelly. Oh, Jason Mitchell. Yes, that's his name. Yep, Jason Mitchell. Y'all got a real question. Is it wrong that my mission is primarily to represent, uplift, and unite Black, brown communities? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, only because, right, like if you look at the history of this country, there have been strategic things that have been put in place both in government and in communities or whatever to break up those communities. So I think that when people take issue with people who do that, it's that they don't acknowledge the fact that like these communities have been systematically destroyed for for a ridiculous amount of time in this country. So that's why you see people constantly feeling the need to do that, because of the fact that people are constantly trying to like disrupt.
Y'all ain't got over there yet.
Right. And so it's just like, you can't really be a benefit to the greater community if things are not right at home. And so I think people get intimidated by the fact, or concerned about the fact of certain people coming together, which in itself is borderline racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's almost, they think that when we try to organize our own, it's going to result in a revolution and a bunch of them dying. When the reality of it, right? I'm like, that says more about you than it actually says about the people you're trying to organize, right? And so, but the reality of it is, again, just restating it, it's like when you look at the history of this country and what's happened continuously to Black and brown people, there absolutely is a need for people or whatever to step up and better organize. And there's a need for us or whatever to constantly have certain conversations in our community to deal with the suffering that we've experienced at the hands of oppressors and at our own hands, right? So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You wouldn't tell someone that it's wrong of them to not hang with everybody at this get together because they want to go home and do something with their family and just to strengthen their family bond, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with someone doing that. How is it any different when someone wants to do the same with their community and people that look like them, right? It's not always about exclusion as much as it is about healing and trying to lift each other up, because I can identify with each other's struggle and stuff like that. It'd be different if you were doing that and then was just like, yeah, like anytime I see whitey, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, right. And so, that's not it. It's just saying that I recognize what's going on with my people and with certain groups of people. And I don't even know if you are Black or brown, right? Because you might just be an ally, right?
Just be an ally.
Who recognizes the fact that, certain communities
have an ally. That's even doper when it's allies going to war for us.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. But you got my support, you know what I mean? But it's people think it's racist that I choose to focus on. Yeah, I mean they got their own issues, you know what I mean? People love to project their issues on you, so don't sweat it. America is a machine to keep a certain type of people down and uplift another, clear as day. Yeah, absolutely. And the crazy thing, Joshua, about it is, what folks really don't get is, imagine if systems were not put in place to systematically oppress certain groups of people, right? And there weren't constant roadblocks put in front of us so that we could thrive and do as much as we could. Like, because think about how much we've accomplished with all of those obstacles. So now think about how much further along this nation, this world would be if those things weren't done, right? Like, how much more could we have, right? How much greater could things be, right?
We've been treading through this world with a 1-ton sack on our backs since we got here, and we're still persevering. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
That is definitely the dopeness of our people.
Yeah, it's so Josh says, he's like, I feel like black folks are the only ones that can be made to feel like something wrong if they want to protect and promote self-love, and that's crazy.
Well, I think it's at this point, I think it's more of an internal thing. I don't think like you know, of course you still get the outward displeasure for doing that. But I think it's more so of an internal thing, like where we've been beaten and brainwashed to the point where we feel like if we're only talking about ourselves, because like black folks are really inclusive, like we are a really inclusive culture of people, been like that.
Right.
So when we get to a point where we're just talking about it being black, we feel like, oh man, but we're not including anybody else. I feel like it's more on us than it is anybody else saying, hey, you're just talking about, like, I feel like when other people say, hey, you're just talking about black people, I feel like we're like, yeah, we are. But when we look into ourselves internally, it's like, oh, man, but I got to include everybody else. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's, I remember, perfect example is when we were, when I was attending Pratt Institute, we had we started an organization called Origination, which was basically a black student union, so to speak. And basically we initially it was like strictly men, right? It was 5 of us, me and 4 of my brothers. We started it, and the sister stepped to us. It was just like, hold up, what you're not about to do is have this and not include us. And I'm like, you right. You know what I'm saying? And of course it was all of us, right? And so it was predominantly black. There was some brown folk as well. And believe it or not, like over time or whatever, it was some white participants too, right? And it wasn't many, but the point was, the reason why we created that is because blacks at that particular school made up less than 6% of the population. So, like, we wanted to ensure that our concerns, our voices were heard when there were problems at the school. Because when you got, literally, this is what a faculty member said to us in private. And he was like, if you say it in public, I will deny it, right? But what he did was, we were complaining about them trying to get rid of a certain staff person there. Rest in peace, Louis Rivera. I feel like, Rad. I gotta look up his name. It's a really dope professor that was at the school who was also a poet. But anyway, and rest in peace to him. But they let him go. They were like forcing him on, had security trying to get him on. And this dude, like, he was the reason why, like, they were about to put me out of school for financial issues or whatever. He helped me out, made it so I didn't even have his class, and he made it so I could stay in school a bit longer. And then he just looked out for a lot of folks and did the African American Studies class at the school. So anyway, we protested, right? Like what they were doing to him and the mistreatment and all of that. We met in private with a dude who was a VP at the school, black man. And this dude, literally at one point while we were expressing our concerns, he looked us in our face and said, y'all make up less than 6% of the population at the school. You think they give a damn what y'all got to say? Straight up. And he was like, and if you say it outside of here, I'm going to deny it all day. But that's what it is. He's like, so y'all can complain, y'all can go ahead, have all your little rallies, do this, that, and third. He's like, but nobody care. Nobody care. And so, yeah, so please believe all we did was make the most noise the whole time we were there. And they used to give us hell about trying to have hip-hop events. I started another organization, a sister organization to that organization called Four Corners, which was solely focused on bringing more hip-hop to the school. You good? You bitcha. You good?
Look at Eva's comment, dog.
What she put, yo?
She is a fool.
Internet is being racist, so can y'all get me up to speed on the conversation? What happened?
You've missed a lot. We can't get you up to speed.
Yeah, you've missed a lot. I just noticed you've been quiet for a minute. Me and racist, you funny. You funny. Right?
That's funny. That's a funny young lady, man.
So let me go ahead, because I know I've been talking for a minute. Let me catch some of these comments.
It's all about
they take. They ain't take everything is because we constantly got to fight for our lives and our rights. It's all because of lack of research. He said, you're right, it's definitely internal now. but only after how long of subliminal message, right? Yes. It said, if people actually investigated about lifelong oppression Black brothers have been through, we would be more careful. Yeah, absolutely. I was taught, make sure you are good and yours are good, and then reach out. I got to take care of my community to get us right. Then let's try to unite with my other brown brothers and sisters. That's real. I think that people judge Black/brown people supporting each other simply because they haven't been in their situation and don't have their history.
So let me just do that thing that we were talking about. So for anybody here that's not Black, we love everybody.
Absolutely.
But at times we just get Black as hell.
Right.
I wanted to say the F word, but my Ava, I didn't say it for you. I want to say it bad. I want to say it right now. But sometimes we got to get Black as hell on you, man. And it just is what it is, because we Black.
And there's nothing wrong with us talking about issues that directly affect us. For someone to think that there's something wrong with that, again, that's an issue you have. That has nothing to do with us. Because that doesn't mean, because I have this conversation with you guys and Sherm, doesn't mean I'm going to not make this music with Marcus D.
Right.
I absolutely am.
Going to call him Marcus D. Like, we can no longer do work together. You white devil.
Right. That's not going to happen. Marcus is like my little brother, you know what I mean? Marcus is like...
Hey, shout out to Marcus D, man. My favorite white guy. Man. He's a dope dude. I'm still waiting to get on
might be
there.
top 3 white guys, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's like, man, good
He's
case
an ally.
For top 3 white.
He's definitely an ally.
Absolutely. Shout out to No from Cunning Linguist as well, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to all the allies out there. Shout out all the allies.
Shout out to Jill.
So if you don't know what an ally is, an ally is just a really dope white person that is really that understands and recognizes the culture of Black folks.
Get it. Can I look? I'm gonna let y'all in on a real conversation that happened between me, Marcus D, and the homie Jill. And I'm sorry if y'all watch this and y'all are uncomfortable with me sharing this, but I think it's a powerful conversation that really people should hear about. So basically, Jill had just got back. Jill, my homie Jill, who lives out in the Bay Area, goes to Africa a lot, right? And she does some dope stuff while she's out there working with other women who work in her field or whatever, and they're like learning from each other, and it's super dope. And so anyway, she basically was she was talking about how she's happy to be home, you know, I mean, because she's been gone for like a month and stuff, natural, right? But she was like, one of the things that she was actually happy about as well was it was like, you know, things were kind of back to normal for her, where when she was in Africa, it's like every place she walks into, it's like, oh, a white person's here. Right, like everyone's stopping when they're doing the look.
Yeah,
like
she knows how we feel.
Like, yo, so I'm getting to that. So as she's talking, Marcus D chimes in because he's living in Japan now, and so he's relating to her because he's a white dude in Japan. So, and they're talking and they're relating, and I'm just sitting there like listening, and then Marcus looks at me and he was like, which is exactly what you feel like in this country. And I was just like, yes, my brother. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what an ally is. Like, I didn't have to say it. Like, that experience that they've gone through, and keep in mind, like, as off-putting as that experience is for them, right? Largely, their lives aren't in jeopardy because of it, right? And that's where it differs.
Because the thing about that is they can leave that place.
Right.
They are visiting.
And so, and I'm home. And that's what I said to both. I was like, right, now Marcus lives there now, right? So he's there. But he got options.
Yeah.
He can always
come back home.
And it's not like, let me not pretend like I ain't, like we don't have enough money to relocate. Like we could. It'd hurt. It's like it wouldn't be easy, but I could, right? But I'd definitely be starting from ground zero. But the important thing to remember about that is, like, yes, they got a taste of the experience, but the major difference is the fact that, like, yo, one, I'm experiencing it at home, the place I've been in all my life, right? And on top of that, like, literally, me being different and me being black in particular could mean me losing my life in situations.
Right.
Like, yo, like, even when I haven't, how many of y'all or whatever got parents that when your parent, and this is for everybody, right? Black, whatever you are, white, whatever. Anybody who talks to their parent and your parent back in the day sometimes would come at you and make you feel like you did something wrong when you did nothing wrong. Like you knew you did nothing wrong, but you start questioning if you did something wrong. But because of how strongly they came at you, you're like, maybe I did do that. Right? I don't know. Like, yo, that's how I feel sometimes here. You know what I mean? Like, even when I'm not doing shit because of like other people's response to just my presence. You know what I mean? Like getting on the elevator in the building that I live in, right? Like yo, like what, the place that we live in, the apartment we live in is probably like more than some of the other apartments on our floor.
It's like when you walk
and
in
people
places,
looking at me like I'm gonna rob them.
You can feel their aura color change. You can feel their aura color change. It's like, what just happened? Like, just because I walked in here?
And that is it's a crazy experience. Like, you know, to just constantly feel like that. I was doing laundry in this very building one day, and 2 cops just roll in the laundry room. The fuck for? I don't know. Sorry, swear jar. But yo, like
you already feel like it's like, oh, they're coming in here for me.
I'm mid-fold, like, and of course my face is like probably super awkward.
Yep.
Because first thing I'm thinking is signal's bad down here. Even if I try to record somebody, I can't go live, right? I can't go live, B. And it's like the only thing I got working in my favor is the fact that, like, yo, I know I don't have a criminal record, right? So if they take me in, it hopefully won't go very far. But that's a whole lot of hoping, B. I gotta make it there. I gotta hope that someone gets the word of like what's going on. There's a lot of variables. So man, it was just crazy how shook I was in that moment because there was no one in there with me, no cameras, no nothing, and just their presence or whatever. Sometimes, man, like, you know, send chills down your spine. But anyway, man, we going.
John,
anyway,
I gotta be real and throw a little shade here.
Oh,
hear me out. I live in the countryside of Argentina, which is where a lot of German folks fled from the war. They're racist as hell to whites. I don't know, man. I mean, that's a hell of a catch-22 right there, man.
So if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly,
they're racist. I think he's basically saying they're racist to the people of Argentina because.
Got you.
I think
because they still basically see themselves as being better than y'all. I mean, if they are the folks who fled from the war and they were like,
oh wait, Germans. Oh, yeah. Oh,
now he said they're racist as hell to whites. So because like now, are you saying that the German whites are racist to the whites that are in Argentina?
Yeah.
Or are you saying that the people of Argentina are racist toward the German? Like, I'm just trying to get clarity. You know what I mean? So clarify that for us, Johnny. But this is interesting, man. We haven't had a heavy conversation on Substantial Sundays in a minute. So shout out to everyone who got us up to this point. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous to think Black Lives Matter is excluding any race. It's simply just spreading positivity and bringing attention to the race in need at the moment. That's real. Like, anytime I hear people get super defensive about that, it's like, it's one of those, like, you really can't hear yourself. And then also, I mean, let's connect it to abortion right now, right? What's happening in the U.S. right now with these abortion laws, right? So now these same people, right, who are on this, who were probably some of the folks who were saying the All Lives Matter thing, are some of the same folks who, are also pushing, to make abortion illegal, right? And so on top of that, right, these are some of the same folks that certain people who fit in that same group are some of the same people who were calling for the death penalty for people like the Central Park 5 or other people in their community who just so happen to be Black or Latino, right? And so it's just like, where does all the All Lives Matter shit go whenever a Black person is losing their life, or like even in a situation where it's unjustified? Like the brother where the cop busted into his home, like basically because she mistakenly thought it was her place. And then killed him in his own place.
I don't believe none of that.
And the crazy thing is, it's like, this is why people look at the All Lives Matter thing as bullshit, because number one, those same people who say that don't speak up in instances like that where the evidence comes out showing that, yo, the other person fucked up. They made a mistake, right? Or maybe they didn't make a mistake and did exactly what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? But again, like when you're dealing with people who refuse to use logic or really just look at the evidence in those particular instances, and they use their own bias to try to justify people being murdered, but then at the same time trying to say all lives matter, I'm like, no, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Your argument is weak as hell. But I really encourage all of y'all to check out, oh my God, the woman, what is her name? She's the one who did the blue-eyed, brown-eyed test. I know her name. Oh, that
white lady.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She has a real...
She is awesome.
Oh, my God. What is her name,
I cannot think of her name either.
Hold on. I'm going to look it up real quick because I really want y'all to check this out. We got to get ready to wrap, too.
Down, see,
and we missed a whole lot.
Oh, not too much.
Why can't I have... what they... Jane Elliott. Thank you.
Yeah, yes. That's her name.
Hey, look up the video of Jane Elliott talking about like the real reason that certain groups are trying to make abortion illegal, and how it's really about and basically what she's stating. And keep in mind, this is a white woman stating this. She's like, basically, it's people who are concerned with the population of whites, right? Like basically making it so that like certain white people. It's making it so that like these white women who may not want children, and I'm not talking about poor white women, I'm talking about like maybe in some cases successful women who just don't want kids at the time, but basically putting them in a situation where they can't abort this child, where like maybe they were raped, maybe there's going to be an issue that could potentially make them lose their lives if they had the kid and go to term. There's so many variables, right? But they're basically saying that like, no, what she's saying in her video, and I'm definitely not breaking it down as well as she did because I'm not her. I'm a rapper. Let's I'm a smart brother, but I'm not her. I don't do what she does. But she basically says that it largely is dealing with population control, and basically, if you look at the numbers of whites in the United States, how it's been steadily declining, and that's part of the reason why there's a push to make abortion illegal or whatever, to help with their own numbers in their community.
Somebody was saying that right there.
All right.
Yep, right there. I think that white women are the ones having the most abortions, so it makes sense.
Right.
Joshua McGee.
Yeah, Josh.
Saying that basically, it's definitely a condensed way to say what you were just saying. But
right.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're losing numbers. Abortion is illegal. You can't do it anymore. Stop.
So Maya says, I hate to be the person, but I can't really be like Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter isn't valid. But I want to get to the bottom of the All Lives Matter people's point of view. And you know what? I can respect you trying, and you know what, Maeva, God bless you. You know what I mean? Because for those who don't know, Maeva is one of my students. She's in 8th grade. All right. So, but one of the things that people got to do better at is being able to think critically, right? And in order to think critically, you sometimes got to listen to people you don't agree with. Like, people are bringing something up that you do not agree with, something you feel very strongly about, but you got to take the time to at least see why they have that point of view, because you can't get to the root of the issue if you don't try to understand at least their point of view. You don't have to agree with it, you don't have to like it, but at least understand why they feel like that. And then I feel like maybe there is a middle ground that we could possibly get to if people aren't constantly just just really trying to constantly tear down the next man, and the second they share something, you just try to rip down their whole belief system, their way of life, all of that.
And so for Maeva, that is what the All Lives Matter movement was intended to do. It was just a detraction from Black Lives Matter. It
Sure.
wasn't. It like somebody said, it was a protest to a protest. So
Absolutely.
I understand, like Stan, I understand your confusion because it definitely sounds like both. You know, Black Lives Matter, sure, and then you hear All Lives Matter. It's just it's all inclusive. Or, you know, if you didn't know much about it, that's how you would feel like, oh, this is just all inclusive. No, it's definitely a detraction from Black Lives Matter. So
Yeah, nah, absolutely. I remember, like, just so perfect. And I'm probably gonna end after this because we get going with this forever and be a whole nother show. And I know you know, shit.
yeah, it's a game.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Something much lighter on TV right now.
Like we talking about some real stuff, and I'm like,
right,
with the game though.
So, but yo, like, but one of the things. Hold on, let me read some of these questions. I know I'm gonna forget what I was about to say. Other things you never thought about when you listen to the other side. Exactly. I can't make an argument if I don't know and understand your argument. Right. Absolutely. You can't form a proper opinion by only listening to one side of the conversation. There you go. Coffee person. Can't we all just live with the simple mutual respect? Insert word lives matter. It just sounds wrong. Motivational, but wrong. Right. But I hear what you're saying, the coffee person, but it kind of detracts away from the point that, like, the only reason why people were saying Black Lives Matter is because
of the
injustices that were happening to a particular group of people.
It wasn't to take away from any other culture of people.
Absolutely. The intention was never to say that other lives don't matter. What it's saying is that, like, you're basically treating us as if we don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you don't see yourself or whatever, when you are denied certain civil rights Sundays, Miles, you play too much.
When you are denied certain,
when you're constantly denied certain opportunities in a place that you've given up so much for, when you are treated,
generations of people that are related to you have given up so much for.
Right. When you're told that, like, you know, if you just want a better life, then you can't be lazy, you gotta do this, that, and the third, and then you go out to do that.
And they're like, nah, but
and
you look
they're
like
still
that,
putting
so we're not
obstacles
gonna do
in
it for you.
Like, right, you might be the most qualified person for a job at a particular place, but because there are no black people in upper management, you never get to that place. But then people telling you don't work hard enough. Or like redlining. You've made enough money to live wherever you want and be prosperous, right? And take your family to a better life, better school districts, so on and so forth. And people are constantly, let's say it, white people in particular, or in this particular country, have put things in place to stop even the working class, like successful black, not the and the poor blacks who've lifted themselves up, done the very thing that they tell people in this country that you can do it, and everybody and they act like when you do that, everyone's all good. But it's not. You can still be an educated person and be shot down like a random criminal.
Yep.
And they view you the same way because your skin is criminal in this country. So
like somebody said earlier, that classic quote, "My skin is my sin."
Right. And so they said my Ava said,
I feel like I'm in Brother Victoria's class. Yeah.
Shout out to Brother Vic.
Hey, that must mean we sound real good right now.
Right, I mean, I'm saying
we must be spitting that ish.
How many degrees he got? You know what
I'm saying? You sound like we in Brother Vic class.
Smoking egos out there.
Clapping up for Substantial Sundays.
Yeah, man. So look. So yeah, man. Hey, man. Thank y'all. And just know that, like, we might talk music, we might talk film,
but we conscious and black than a move.
Right, black as hell.
We blacker than a move.
And so, man, it's always, thank you, Josh, and everybody else who contributed. But it's always like we always welcome any subjects or whatever to come into the mix. So it was great that we could be able to have this conversation.
Hey, Josh, man. Substantial Sundays is on you today, man.
You know what I'm saying? You the
popped
real
it
MVP.
off, man.
Nah, but somebody else who actually, it wasn't.
Josh was the one.
Nah, because somebody was saying that they, people call them racist when they do certain, but it wasn't Josh that said that.
Oh no, it was Wendy.
Wendy said that. So shout out to Wendy and Josh. Y'all the MVPs for the day.
Y'all co-hosted Substantial Sundays,
you know
but y'all ain't Sherm. You ain't the Sherm, but you definitely co-host.
Black of all trades, I do it. Yes, indeed. So look,
Hey,
y'all.
yeah, you know what? Maybe we should. Can we end? Do you guys want to end with Black of All Trades tonight? Should we throw that in the post-show mix?
Don't threaten me with a good time. I show up.
Yeah or not? Do we throw Black of All Trades in the end of show mix for you guys?
I feel like I should throw all my blackest songs, my blackest songs.
The Blackity Black playlist.
Blackest, I'm gonna play my Kwanzaa playlist when this is over. Yo, I actually have one while you think I'm playing. But yo,
we got a Kwanzaa album. Well, it's not a Kwanzaa album.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a holiday joint. It's half Kwanzaa, half, you know. But yo, we gotta go.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Look at that. Oh, you know, come on, man. Yo,
I thought we
I'm a sorcerer with this
way.
over here, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I took the belt from Johnny. Oh, Johnny, you got some smoke in the building, man. You got some smoke from Joshua, man.
Mm-hmm. Anyone who's not black in this chat, I love you genuinely. Bill, right? For black, but man, hey, man, that's beautiful, man. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, Wakanda playlist. I'm gonna mess around and rename it that. Stop playing with me.
Black of All Trades, Black of All Trades.
Look, you know what I'm gonna do?
I can sing Black of. Hell yeah, Johnny.
Right, by all means.
You got melanin, man. If you got melanin, you can sing a melanated song, man.
You know
even if you don't. Listen, even if you do not have melanin,
you know how many Black of All Trades buttons I've sold to white people?
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
If you are an ally,
I mean, look.
You black. If you are an ally, you black, man. Yeah. If you fuck with us, you black. Maiva, I'm sorry.
Right. Swear jar.
I'm sorry. Hey, but so Maiva said you're doing better than the 8th grade You gotta go back.
Oh, she was throwing salt?
She said, good. You've been doing real good tonight. Way better than the 8th grade advocate at my school.
Oh, the shade.
Yeah. The shade. Mr. Sherman here sounding all professional and respectable tonight.
So
with
look,
a beer in my hand.
Right. Hey, look, I'm about to end it super black. I'm gonna play both versions of Black of All Trades. I'm gonna play the original version, which most people don't know about, and I'm gonna play the album version too. You know what I mean? We're gonna black it up. Why not?
You got Toronto tonight, Maiva? I think Toronto gonna take it tonight.
Yeah, I do too.
I want
we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah. Hey, I told you Maiva sent me a message. We was talking about basketball.
Oh yeah,
man. Maiva is my fake little sister, man. That's the little sister I ain't never had, man. She sent a message. I'm like, oh. So I responded, and I get the response back. I'm like, oh, she knows sports. She ain't playing.
Right. Hey, sidebar before we log off too. Make sure y'all check out the music video for Not
Yeah.
Please support that, man. Link should be in the bio, not the bio, the description. Speaking of bio, go to iamsubstantial.com. I updated the website, so my bio's been updated. Includes a lot more details about what I've done over the years that a lot of people may not be aware of. So definitely check that out and all that good stuff. Let me make sure this music good because we gotta go. And I'm running my jibs like we ain't gotta go.
Pee-pee. Yeah, 2 beers in my flat. I gotta get rid of this.
Hey, yo, we're out, yo, for real this time, in real life. Y'all have a great day.
Hey, peace. About to go check this game. Thank you, Josh and Maiva. Y'all are the ish for giving me the game updates when it starts.
All right, we out though.
Oh, you ended with the joint.
Yeah, we going there. Hold up.
Segment. Let me stop playing. Serious subject matter. Let me get serious. All right, focus. Yeah. I can paint a picture with words or just brushes. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something. Cutting up samples while keeping the bass pumping. Nothing we can handle while we had this place jumping. You tramp on lean, I'd rather have a queen. Of course I am a king, so I can have a dream or be your worst nightmare. War never fight fair. If I'm free to right there, take it by any means. Learn peace from the gods, but still study balance. Fight for my serenity, if anything challenge. Right rope on a tight rope, trying to find balance. Build my skill with will plus talent. Slinger of rhymes, training young minds. Painter of the times, maker of designs. Sailor of the skies, pilot of the seas. Maker of the pies, refiner of the dream. I do it. Black of all trades, I do it. Put art on a page, I do it. I do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Do it until it's done and there ain't nothing left to do. Do it under the sun, can tell you did it from your youth. Doing it in the park after dark, me and you. Different type of vibe, but I'ma work until it's through. I'm a mover and shaker. Up and down, couple straws, so my jaws think about it smooth as sandpaper. This is for the chance takers. Villains gave us lemons, now we lemonade makers. Don't let any man break ya. The most resilient y'all seen, pay. He don't play, but highly sought after his teammate. Nothing I can't do, you should broaden your dreamscape. Food for thought, you should be consuming what we pay. Teach, cook, write, love, speak good, fight, fuck, seek, look, eye shut. We must rise up often. Right rhymes, dark skin, right mind, lost wins, fly, blind fortunes. I find I do it. Black of all trades, I do it. Shackle my brain, can't do it. Won't do it, never do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Yeah, how you gonna tell me what I can't do when I probably did it first? Ain't nothing I can't handle. Sure as I can do it worse, so I'ma make it cooler, add a little flavor. Take us to the future, be a little greater. I ain't scared of barter, still more valuable than paper. Work a little harder, put it down and make them pay up. I leg it down, they tell me stay up. Every time I turn around, they talk about a pay cut. Trying to stop the faker who out here getting this cake up. Still surpassing his peers, wondering why he bringing race up. Cause average got us living under poverty lines. And good's only good enough part of the time. And gray don't make them hate you from afar. In the comment section like, who these niggas think they are? Black of all trades, I do it. Carry the world's weight, I do it. I'll be damned if I can't, I do it. I do it. I do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Can't stop me. When it rock me. Substantial, putting that work in. The style receipts, putting that work in. I can paint a picture with words and just brushes. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something. Cutting up samples while keeping the bass pumping. Nothing we can handle while I had this place jumping. Just tramp on lean, I'd rather have a queen. Of course I am a king, so I can have a dream. Or be your worst nightmare, and war never fight fair. If a freedom right there, take it by any means. Learn peace from the gods, but still study violence. Fight for my serenity, if anything challenge. Right dope on a tightrope, trying to find balance. Build my skill with will plus talent. Slanger of rhymes, training young minds. Painter of the times, maker of designs. Sailor of the skies, pilot of the seas. Baker of the pies, refiner of the dreams. I do it. Black of all trades, I do it. Put art on a page, I do it. I do it. I do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Do it until it's done and there ain't nothing left to do. Do it under the sun, can tell you did it from your youth. Doing it in the park after dark, me and you. Different type of vibe, but I'ma work it till it's through. I'm a mover and shaker, up and down, stubble strong. So much jaws think about it, smooth as sandpaper. This is for the chance takers. Villains gave us lemons, now we lemonade makers. Don't let any man break ya. With death the most resilient y'all seen, babe. He don't play, but highly sought after his teammate. Nothing I can't do, you should broaden your dreamscape. Food for thought, you should be consuming what we pay. Teach, cook, write, love, speak good, fight, fuck, seek, look, eye shut. We must rise up often, right rhymes, dark skin, bright minds, lost winds, fly blind, fortunes I find. I do it. Black of all trades, I do it. Shackle my brain, can't do it. Won't do it. Never do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something if you want to do it. How you gonna tell me what I can't do? Shit, I probably did it first. Ain't nothing I can't handle. Sure as hell can't do it worse. So I'ma make it cooler, add a little flavor. Take us to the future, be a little greater. I ain't scared to barter, skill more valuable than paper. Work a little harder, put it down and make them pay up. I lay it down, they tell me stay up. Every time I turn around, they talk about a pay cut. Trying to stop the baker who out here getting his cake up. Skill surpassing his peers, wondering why he bringing race up. Cause average got us living under poverty lines. And good's only good enough part of the time. And great'll make them hate you from afar. In the comment section like, who these niggas think they are? Black of all trades, I do it, do it. Carry the world's weight, I do it, do it. I'll be damned if I can't, I do it, do it. I do it, do it, I do it, do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something that you want. True, do it, do it. Make something out of nothing, ain't nothing to make something that you want. True, do it, do it. Can't stop, we do it, do it. When it rock, we do it, do it. Hip not, we do it, do it. We do it, do it. I do it, do it. Yeah.
In my heritage, saving from the culture vultures and the poet poachers. Still not a player though I'm dressing like the coaches. Most of us fell victim to well-placed pitfalls. Got my dogs in the system. The chocolate city, them suffers from vitiligo. The dream died on that balcony, pray you wake up tomorrow. Stateside on MLK, line and we low when the rip look like the ones ride. Stateside on MLK, line and we low when the rip look like the ones ride. Stateside on MLK.
Ministers' initial name, fighting imprisonment and those with wicked aim who administer pain, but we navigate the baddest fate like our ancestors did. Use our head to carry weight. Man, they chose to move us, and now they facing the music. Misguided warriors can't find their place amongst the movement. So you know the guns they shooting, cause the streets blind. Niggas don't see that they're abutting Nobel Peace Prize winner. Trying to eat my dinner like what's mine is yours. Really, what's mine is ours. Need to combine a pile. Why shine for ours? We can reflect eternally for y'all to take me seriously. They have to murder me. No respect like the mascot of golden burgundy, but certainly split as this ill belong in infirmary. Still dreaming temporary setbacks be deferring me, but my Coretta no better. She ride for eternity. We stateside on MLK line and we low when the rip look like the ones ride. Stateside on MLK line and we low when the rip look like the ones ride. Stateside on MLK line and we low when the rip look like the ones ride. 395 or 704. Dream big, Peggy, stay steady on course.
This war is doing a great deal to destroy the lives of thousands and thousands of my brothers and sisters. We are dying physically, and the other thing is that we are dying spiritually and psychologically in disproportionate numbers at home in the ghettos. And I think the war itself accounts for our constant spiritual and psychological death here.
Lost my sight at the podium, blinded by diabetes, a diet with too much sodium, still writing dystopium. Claim country in crisis, gain control of petroleum. Drink big as a kid, grew to be a custodian. Mass media frenzy, Beamers, Benzes, and Bentleys. Before we party with Panthers, but now now the venue was empty. Still penny pinching while the devil's really lynching. Guess my brother was too poor to pay attention.
Overstand, baby soldier taking over, never being older man. They playing with a full deck. No one there to hold their hand, so they hold it still like they wielding a wrath of God. Hoping for a deal for their skill as a rapping god. Hoping to give them chills with their catalog or hoop dreaming cause they got skills with a basketball. But once they're at the mall, speaking to and for the people, will they follow like sheep do? We'll take a stance against evil while we're
stateside on MLK line. And we low when the rip look like the ones ride. Stateside on